On December 1st, 1948, on a quiet beach in Somerton, Australia, a man was found dead. He was well dressed in a pristine suit and tie, with polished shoes and no signs of violence. In his pockets, authorities found a train ticket, a bus ticket, a comb, some gum, and a pack of cigarettes. Nothing to identify him. No wallet, no ID, no name. Who was this man? How did he die? And why was he there? This is the story of the Somerton Man, one of history's most baffling and enduring unsolved mysteries. The initial autopsy was inconclusive. The coroner suspected poisoning, perhaps by a fast-acting and undetectable substance like digitalis or strophanthine, but no traces were ever found. The man's last meal, a pasty, showed no signs of poison either. His physical condition was described as perfect, that of a man in his early 40s, in peak physical shape. His hands were soft and clean, suggesting he didn't work in manual labor. His clothes were also a puzzle. All the labels had been meticulously cut out, another dead end in the quest for his identity. Even his dental records and fingerprints matched no existing records in Australia or any other English-speaking country. He was, for all intents and purposes, a ghost. The case took a truly bizarre turn a few months later. A pathologist re-examining the man's clothing found a tiny, hidden fob pocket sewn into the waistband of his trousers. Inside was a small, tightly rolled piece of paper. On it were two words, printed in a distinctive font, Tamám Shud. This phrase, meaning "it is ended" or "finished," was torn from the final page of a rare edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a collection of Persian poems. The police launched a nationwide appeal to find the exact book from which this scrap was torn. Amazingly, a man came forward. He explained that shortly after the body was discovered, he had found a copy of the Rubaiyat in the back of his unlocked car, which he had parked near Somerton Beach. He hadn't thought much of it at the time. When police examined this book, they confirmed it was the one. The last page, with the words Tamám Shud, had been torn out. But that wasn't the only secret the book held. On the back cover, written faintly in pencil, was what appeared to be a code. 5 lines of seemingly random capital letters, with one line crossed out. Top cryptographers from around the world, including military intelligence and the FBI, have tried to decipher this code. To this day, it remains unbroken. What secrets do these letters hold? Is it a key to his identity, the reason for his death, or something else entirely? The book offered one more tantalizing clue, a phone number scrawled in its pages. This led investigators to a young nurse named Jessica Jo Thompson, who lived just a short walk from where the body was found. When shown a plaster cast of the Somerton Man's face, she was reportedly completely taken aback, almost to the point of fainting. However, she denied knowing him. She admitted that she had once owned a copy of the Rubaiyat and had given it to a man named Alfred Boxall during World War II. For a moment, it seemed the police had their man, but the theory quickly fell apart when Alfred Boxall was found, alive and well, with his copy of the Rubaiyat still in his possession, complete with the Tamám Shud page intact. Jessica Thompson remained tight-lipped about any potential connection for the rest of her life, taking whatever she knew to her grave. Her evasiveness and strange reaction have only deepened the mystery. Why was she so frightened? Was she protecting someone? Or was she afraid for her own life? Over the decades, theories have swirled around the case. Was the Somerton Man a Cold War spy? The time period, the use of a code, the untraceable poison, it all points towards espionage. Perhaps he was a Soviet agent on a secret mission, or a Western operative who had been compromised. The use of the Rubaiyat as a communication tool was a known technique among spies. Another theory suggests a love affair gone wrong. Could the code be a lover's suicide note? Was he meeting a secret lover on the beach, perhaps Jessica Thompson? And was his death the result of a jealous rival or a personal tragedy? The phrase, Tamám Shud, it is ended, certainly carries a final, poetic weight that could fit either a failed mission or a broken heart. More recent developments have brought new hope. In 2022, a researcher named Derek Abbott, who has dedicated years to the case, claimed to have identified the Somerton Man using DNA analysis of hairs found trapped in the plaster death mask. He announced the man's name was Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer and instrument maker from Melbourne. Webb was born in 1905 and had a wife named Dorothy, from whom he had separated. This identification fits some of the known facts. An instrument maker would have the fine motor skills and soft hands noted by the coroner. Webb also had a history of writing poetry, which connects to the Rubaiyat. However, South Australian police have not yet officially confirmed this finding, and some details of Webb's life, such as why he was in Adelaide under an assumed name with no identification, remain unknown. If it is Carl Webb, why did he disappear? What led him to that beach on that fateful day? Even if we now have a name, the central questions remain. Was his death a suicide, an accident, or a murder? If it was murder, who did it and why? What is the meaning of the unbroken code? And what was Jessica Thompson's real connection to this man? The story of the Somerton Man is a labyrinth of clues that lead to more questions. A puzzle where every piece seems to create a new mystery. The name Carl Webb might be the beginning of the end, but the tale of Tamám Shud is far from finished. This case has fascinated people for over 70 years, and it's easy to see why. It has all the elements of a classic spy thriller, but it's real. The anonymous man on the beach, the hidden message, the secret code, the mysterious woman. It's a story that captures the imagination. And now, I want to hear from you. What are your theories? Do you think he was a spy, a scorned lover, or something else entirely? Do you believe the recent DNA identification has solved the case, or just added another layer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's see if we can piece this puzzle together. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into one of history's greatest mysteries, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. See you next time.